In 1815, Italy, as we know it today, did not exist as a country. At that time, the Italian peninsula, more commonly known as the Boot because of its geographic shape, was divided into a number of independent states. This map shows you some of the different divisions that existed within the Italian peninsula. Each different state didn't just have a different government, it also had a different economy and a different culture. So that life in Venice, up north, would be completely different than life in the Kingdom of Sicily, down south. And despite these divisions, we know that today Italy is unified together as one country. Unification was accomplished by defeating the other European powers who controlled parts of Italy. That was Austria in the north and the Bourbons in the south. In history, the Bourbon family had controlled both Spain and France. Nationalism played a large part in uniting the different kingdoms of Italy. Italian unification happened in pieces, with two men steering the process through politics and war. Northern Italy was united because of a man named Count Camillo di Cavour, while southern Italy was united by a man named Giuseppe Garibaldi. Count Camillo di Cavour worked as a political advisor for Victor Emmanuel II, who was the king of the northern Italian region of Sardinia. Cavour organized the Risorgimento, which is an Italian word for revival, of Italy. Risorgimento is the term used to refer to the Italian unification movement. Cavour is famous for his political treaties. He made alliances with France and Britain that created support for Sardinia against the Austrians controlling parts of northern Italy. One reason that Cavour wanted to unify Italy was because his state, Sardinia, in the upper left-hand corner here, was located dangerously close to land that was ruled by Austrians. And Austrian powers ruled the regions of Lombardy, which is here, and Venetia, which is here. Cavour wanted to unify Italy to create a strong country capable of expelling, or kicking out, the Austrians from these two regions, Lombardy and Venetia. In April of 1859, Austria declared war on Sardinia in northern Italy. France sent troops to help Sardinia. Sardinia wanted to defeat Austria and gain back control of Lombardy and Venetia, two northern Italian regions controlled by the Austrians. France and Sardinia won several major battles together, but France decided to settle and make a peace agreement with Austria to avoid more casualties. The peace agreement gave Lombardy to Sardinia, but Austria kept control of Venetia, which made Cavour and Sardinia angry. Cavour was furious when he learned of the agreement that France made with Austria. However, the battle against Austria had not been a total failure. Sardinia still gained control of Lombardy, even though they didn't get control of Venetia. And additionally, after watching the war with Austria, the Italian regions of Tuscany, Parma, Modena, and Romagna overthrew their leaders and joined Sardinia, becoming part of the Kingdom of Victor Emmanuel II in April of 1860. While Cavour worked to unify the North, another man, Giuseppe Garibaldi, worked to unify the South using guerrilla warfare, or hit-and-run tactics. Giuseppe Garibaldi led the Red Shirt Army to victory, and eventually he gave up control of southern Italy to Cavour and Sardinia in the north. Giuseppe Garibaldi gathered volunteers in the Republic of Genoa, and he got about 1,000 men to come with him. He sailed south on 2 ships, landing in the Sicilian city of Marsala. From there, with his 1,000 men, known as the Red Shirt Army, he battled his way through the Kingdom of Sicily to gain control of the entire kingdom within a matter of a few weeks. While Cavour and Sardinia gained control of northern Italian regions, and Garibaldi secured southern Italian regions, the Papal States, regions controlled by the Pope and the Catholic Church, remained unconquered in the middle of the Italian peninsula. To unite northern and southern Italy, Cavour sent an army to take over control of the Papal States in central Italy. Cavour's Sardinian forces gained control of the Papal States on September 18, 1860. And in 1860, southern Italians voted to unite with Sardinia in the north, and Garibaldi gave control of the land he won in the south to Cavour and Sardinia in the north. So for a quick map recap, the Kingdom of Sardinia in the north was ruled by King Victor Emmanuel II, whose top advisor was Count Cavour. Cavour made political deals with other European powers to help him get control of Lombardy from Austria. He tried to get control of Venetia, but couldn't. Tuscany, Romagna, Parma, and Modena all held uprisings of their own and joined the Kingdom of Sardinia in the north. Giuseppe Garibaldi used guerrilla warfare to conquer the Kingdom of Sicily in the south. Then, Sardinia sent an army to gain control over the Papal States, and voters in southern Italy voted to join Sardinia to create a constitutional monarchy of Italy. In 1866, Italy was able to add Venetia to their country after teaming up with Prussia to defeat Austria at war. So Italy was politically unified, but not culturally unified. They were a country, but not yet a nation. They had made Italy, but had not made Italians. Southern Italy was poor and agricultural, while the north had started industrialization. These cultural differences led to drastic differences in the standard of living, and civil wars broke out as Sardinia, in the north, tried to force its laws and customs on the rest of Italy to create national unity. So how did the government try to unite northern Italians and southern Italians? The newly formed Italian government, run by King Victor Emmanuel, created a national education system and also built railroads that linked southern Italy, northern Italy, and the rest of Europe. How might a uniform education system and railroad network help a country become culturally and economically unified? Think carefully about the effects of these two government programs before coming to class tomorrow. Do you think they would be successful?